almost gave up until this happened. Daniel sat alone in his small room and looked at the bills on his table. His hands were tired. His mind was tired too. He felt like he could not continue. For many months, life had been difficult. He worked hard every day. He woke up early. He went to work before the sun came up. He returned home when the sky was dark. Still, he never seemed to have enough money. Each month brought a new problem. One month, his car needed repairs. Another month, his rent increased. Then his mother became sick and needed help. Daniel loved his mother very much. He wanted to help her. But every time he tried to move forward, something seemed to push him back. One evening, he sat on his bed and stared at the floor. "I cannot do this anymore," he whispered. For the first time in many years, he thought about giving up. Not giving up on life, but giving up on his dreams. Giving up on hope. Giving up on believing that things could become better. He felt empty inside. That night, he could not sleep. He turned from one side of the bed to the other. His mind was full of worry. What will happen tomorrow? How will I pay my bills? What if things never change? The questions kept coming. When morning arrived, Daniel felt weak. He went to work as usual. He smiled at people. He did his job. But inside, he felt broken. Days passed. Then weeks passed. Nothing improved. One rainy evening, Daniel walked home after work. The rain was cold. The streets were quiet. His shoes were wet. His shoulders felt heavy. As he walked, he passed a small church. Normally, he continued walking, but this time, something made him stop. He looked at the open door. Warm light came from inside. For a moment, he stood there and watched. Then, he slowly walked in. The church was almost empty. Only a few people were sitting quietly. No one spoke. No one looked at him. The room felt peaceful. Daniel sat in the last row. For a long time, he said nothing. He simply sat there. The quiet felt good. After a few minutes, he lowered his head. He had not prayed seriously for a long time. Life had become busy. Problems had become bigger than his faith. But now, he had nowhere else to go. Softly, he prayed. God, I am tired. I do not know what to do. I feel lost. Please help me. His prayer was simple. There were no special words, just an honest heart. When he finished, nothing magical happened. The bills did not disappear. His problems remained. But something inside him changed. He felt calm. A small peace entered his heart. It was a feeling he could not explain. For the first time in many months, he felt less afraid. Before leaving, he noticed a small card on a table near the door. The card had a short message. It said, "Do not give up. God is working even when you cannot see it." Daniel read the words again, then again. He placed the card in his pocket and went home. The next morning, he woke up feeling different. His problems were still there, but he felt stronger. Each day, he read the card before work. Each night, he prayed. His prayers were simple. Thank you for this day. Please guide me. Help me keep going. Little by little, hope returned. Not all at once, just one small step at a time. A few weeks later, something unexpected happened. Daniel's manager called him into the office. Daniel felt nervous. He wondered if he had done something wrong. But when he entered, the manager smiled. "Daniel," he said, "I have been watching your work for a long time. You are reliable. You help others. You never complain. We have a new position available, and I would like to offer it to you." Daniel was surprised. The new position came with higher pay. For a moment, he could not speak. Then he thanked his manager. As he walked out of the office, tears filled his eyes. For months, he had felt invisible. Now, someone had noticed his effort. That evening, he sat quietly in his room. He looked up and smiled. "Thank you, God," he whispered.
The promotion helped, but life was not suddenly perfect. His mother still needed care. There were still expenses. There were still difficult days. Yet Daniel had learned something important. Hope does not come from having an easy life. Hope comes from trusting God during a hard life. Months passed. Daniel continued working. He continued praying. He continued helping his mother. One day, while waiting in a store, he noticed a young man sitting alone. The young man looked sad, very sad. Daniel remembered how he had felt months earlier. He walked over and started a conversation. At first, the young man spoke very little, but after a few minutes, he shared his struggles. He had lost his job. He felt hopeless. He felt like giving up. Daniel listened carefully. Then he reached into his wallet. He still carried the small card from the church. The card was old now. The corners were worn, but the message remained clear. Daniel handed it to the young man. The young man read the words, "Do not give up. God is working, even when you cannot see it." For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then the young man smiled. It was a small smile, but it was real. Daniel left the store feeling grateful. Months earlier, he had needed those words. Now, he was sharing them with someone else. That night, he understood something beautiful. Sometimes, God helps us so we can help others. Sometimes, our difficult days prepare us to encourage another person. Sometimes, our pain becomes part of someone else's healing. Daniel looked back on his journey. He remembered the fear. He remembered the tears. He remembered the night he almost gave up. If he had stopped then, he would never have seen what happened next. He would never have felt that peace. He would never have received that opportunity.
He would never have encouraged another person. Life taught him an important lesson. When everything feels dark, do not stop walking. When the road feels long, do not stop believing. When you feel tired, do not stop praying. You may not see the answer today. You may not see it tomorrow. But God is still working, even in silence, even in waiting, even in difficult times. The greatest changes often begin when we choose not to give up. So if you are facing a hard season right now, remember Daniel's story. Keep moving forward. Keep praying. keep trusting. A better day may be closer than you think. God sees your struggle. God hears your prayers. And God has not forgotten you. Never give up. Keep hope in your heart. Trust God's plan. One day, you may look back and realize that the moment you almost gave up was the moment everything started to change.